hanging out with the old Bronco today. Not the baby blue one, but the red one, the 77. We got to do some demolition, so get your gloves and come on and help. Here's what we're doing in the shop today. Got the old red Bronco, and I've been replacing parts on it, replacing panels, building panels for it. Some of those videos haven't dropped yet, but they're in rotation. You should see them soon. But today, I'm removing the driver's side quarter panel. But before I do it, I needed to make some marks because this is a 77 model, and they don't sell a new quarter panel for this side. You have to buy one from one of the other years and then add your gas filler doors. So I went ahead and made some good marks for where I could cut these gas doors out and weld them into the new quarter panel. This one's going to need a little bit of repair, but this truck has been built before, and they, instead of doing it correctly, some of these panels are overlaid on top of the old panels. Some of them have been patched numerous of times, so it's making it really difficult to get perfect measurements off of everything. So let me make sure I get this measurement right here right. I've already got the one down here on this side done. Let's get this one knocked out, and then we'll start cutting this thing off. All right, so basically what I've done is I've taken a reference point off of this quarter, off of the different body lines, to where I can get the same reference point later when we get the new quarter panel, which would be this seam right here, this seam right here, and I did that on both sides. Right here is 10 inches, down here I use 12, doesn't really matter. Once I get this thing trimmed up, we'll be able to use whatever panel part we wanted this. I'll stay away from it as much as I can, and I'll TIG weld it in, body work it, and you may not even be able to see where we installed this new piece. Anyway, it'll be fresh and it won't have a lot of this rust in it. Now this rust area right here and any other rust around this, we're gonna have to repair because they don't sell these panels right here. So instead of having to make this whole panel, we're just gonna repair that rust spot right there and make sure that none of these areas around it are getting ready to rust. You can see what happens is the dirt and debris gets caught up in behind other parts, and it sits there and rots from the inside out. Now all of this rust that you're seeing right here was all hidden behind Bondo. You could not see any of it upon the purchase of this vehicle. That's what's sad. This is another area of great concern where they've put panels on top of panels and welded them, and panels that are in between old panels are rusty. The new panels aren't rusty, or they are rusty now, but they weren't rusty when they did all the repairs. And you just got all this gobbledygook. Is that a word? But hey, we're gonna fix this stuff. We're gonna do it right, and it'll be a very, very nice vehicle when I'm done. This is just another area that you can see that wasn't properly repaired. You can see where they went in and fixed rust by putting this new panel in, putting this new panel in. You can see right here where it's rusted out along this edge of the lower quarter. And you can see right here where it's been patched all the way down. You can see right here where it's been patched. And then they just, a lot of areas where they could get away with it, they just seam sealed it and bondoed it and blended it in. Areas like this right here definitely jump out at you, and you know that something's happened here. If you're buying one of these old Broncos, you can pretty much be assured that if you're gonna do a restoration, 90% of the time you're gonna buy all the panels anyway new. It's just part of the Bronco deal. That's why they make them, and that's why they sell them. Now, if you go underneath this Bronco, you can see a little bit of what I'm going to show you, but you can't really see it from here. you can see where they've overlaid a newer floor on top of the older floor, because you could feel both pieces right here. Show you up front as well. Some areas are easier to see than the others. If you look at the transmission hump, you can see the seams where they overlaid new panels on top of the old panels and just spot welded it in. And then they put a little bit of seam sealer on it. Same with the firewall, same with the toe board area where they just overlaid a panel on top of another panel. And then even the new panel that they put down on top of the old panel is pretty much gone in some areas. So this was done a long time ago. I know it's hard to see on camera, but there's two panels here. There's the original panel that was already rusted out. And then there's this new panel on top right here that's already rusted out. So they just kind of encapsulated the old panel. You can see up front right here where the firewall beads stop. This new panel is laid on top of it. So underneath, it's all seam sealed where you can't really tell it, because that's where the inspector looks in some states where they're doing rust repair. So everything is encapsulated. Big one's over here in the tree. Oh, there may be a baby eagle in there. Yeah, whatever that other thing is there's a third one in there or something. I see it flapping its wings now. Yeah, there's another eagle in here. There he goes. Hey guys, thanks for dropping by Spanky's today. A little bit of demolition on the old Bronco. It just takes one bite a day, and eventually we'll have the big old steak eaten, all right? So head on over to Spanky'sHotRods.com, grab yourself a t-shirt, sweatshirt, hat, help support the channel that way. Like, tag, share, and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. Now get out in the garage and go build something. See you guys in the next episode.